check 1, 2. Listen, let's fucking go. Back in the day when we were young cats, chasing good times and connecting with friends. It was all love, we cruised down Center Street, doing all laps, looking for a good time, that's where it's at. Where's next field party to feel wild and free? It's a 25 Hill, Mickey's a Churchill, oh what a thrill. Chatting in the quad, sharing some laughs, talking about the weekends, who banging who finished the fight. Always a story, it was alright. Your Friday night games were explosive, Wildcats running loose, getting the most of. Dancing in the end zone, the crowd goes wild. Celebrating after game, keg parties for the place to be. Mosh pits in the living room, acting a fool. Living life and making the most of it. We love each minute, but time gets away. And now we are here, on reconnecting, reminiscing today. Looking back on good times with good friends, and now we're back. Welcome to the YeNDoR'S WiLDCaT chat, and let's make a memory. Go Wildcats, let's let the good times.
On the microphone.
What's up, folks? It is YeNDoR. I am so stoked to finally get this kicked off. We tried to do like 2 or 3 shows in December for Christmas, for the holiday, for post-Christmas. I got sick. It's been a crazy, wild ride. We do have some great guests coming on board, and we're going to recap last year, and also seeing. I want to hear from this guy. I think I already showed you here's his high school pick, folks. Look at this guy. You would have never have known what this guy had in store in his future. Yeah, championship material, folks. Look at this. Bam. What? Now that's a team, right? I am so excited to find out more about his journey and what went down. But first and foremost, folks, I have my co-host, and it's been quite a while since we had him on board. And just very, very fortunate, very stoked to have him on board, folks. How about a little bit of an intro for him, huh? What? Got the beats. What? He is King of Cool, number 69. Let me see if we can pull him on board here, folks. The man of the hour, too cool to ignore, Mr. Shane Gentry, folks. Church Street's finest. What? Boom. His own intro. What's up, my brother? Love that MC of DC. He's coming straight out of Washington, DC, folks.
You and your AI songs.
He's so fly. He's an aviator. Do you like that part? It took me a while.
You and your AI songs you keep doing.
So Shane, I gotta tell you, I gotta see who's hot from Taft High. Who's going down? Who people talking about? And I was able to land Chris BaNDY. I think he's in the shower. He's getting cleaned.
Wait,
no, he's
we're going to him live. Here he is as he's lathering his conditioner.
You know what? Bobby Van Willis did that one time. He was actually in the shower and he came on board. Was he in the shower?
He was having wine in the bath. And
it was hilarious. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this intro. And I have something funny that I wanted to show you. That's a little sneak attack on you, Shane. Ready for this? Let me take this off. I tried to do a little bit of prep time. Oh, BaNDY's in the lounge. I got to show him this too.
He's getting powdered and drying off with his towel.
So I got to ask, where were you May 13th, 2000? What? Do you remember?
2000 May 13th.
2000
No, I don't.
May 13th. Well, I want to show you. I'm going to show CHRiS BaNDY before I bring him on. Hold on one second, folks. Check this out, Shane Train.
Yes. Okay. What do we got here?
All right, here we go.
All right, guys.
What?
We're trying this again. We are gonna make this work. We are WiLDCaTs. We are WiLDCaTs.
This was the kickoff.
You
Shane
said
Train.
wait. Correction. You said 2000. This is 2020.
Oh, 2020.
That was way back
2000.
in
2020. I got confused.
I
got confused. 2020. No, it's not 25 years ago. This is the initial liftoff to the WiLDCaT chat. And guess who was the number one guest of all time? This guy.
Yeah. Is that from your kitchen?
No, that's from my bed, my spare room.
Christopher BaNDY.
See, there he is, the big show. I just had to show you, and I want to show you one last thing before we get BaNDY on board here. Check this out, Shane. What?
Oh, yeah.
And Shane was number 2.
Sons of Anarchy.
2 of all time.
We got to get him on here.
Yes, and he always had a hype man, like Julia was shirtless in the background, or Brent Durkin was there, or somebody. You know.
Oh, I got it. I'm so excited. I know. There's a chance maybe he comes on. I spent some time, CHRiS BaNDY, on your intro. I told you I was going to make you one, and I'm going to bring CHRiS BaNDY on. Listen to the words, Shane. Took me some time on this one. Let's do this.
Before you do that, is your beard getting as peppered as mine? I think your beard's getting peppered.
I'm getting a little peppered. I hide it usually when I cut it thin. You can't notice the pepper.
Up that hill. Yeah.
All right. So check this out. Here we go. I think you'll like it. CHRiS BaNDY! I am so stoked to have him on.
You're ready for a show. The head
Big
coach
show
that needs no intro. He is a Taft High alumni, class of '92 stud.
Like 182
My big bad bud.
Yeah.
As
Big
if
bad
you
bud.
didn't know. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big show.
Yes!
His
Time
dance
for the
moves
big
he
show.
mastered from watching Cool Train. Maybe he learned them watching Shane Train. It could have been watching Brent Durkin doing the brass monkey. I don't know why he dances so funky. After 8 years coaching under the Friday night light, he never goes down without a fight. The winner of the CIF State Football Championship of 2024 for Frontier High School. He's the coach. Gup says
He's the coach.
Like mayonnaise. Maybe he like mustard on his hot dog nowadays.
Okay, check this out. I talked to Gup, and I say, Gup, give me some word. What's BaNDY into nowadays? He goes, well, he doesn't like mayonnaise. I go, can we go a little deeper than that? So that I put a little mayonnaise, little plug on that. You only like mustard on your hot dog.
Mustard.
What is up, Bando? I'm so
What up?
stoked to have you on board, brother.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, dude. I got number 1 and number 2 in the hood.
I know, that was crazy. I forgot that. That was
Yeah.
me and Shane were the first 2. Yes. The inaugural YeNDoR show.
You know what? I was so stoked that it was actually working. I was like, "Oh, it's streaming!" That's all. I was happy about just getting that far. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah!
Congrats, big. I know you're probably still on that high. That's got to be such a blessed feeling.
It's
I mean,
cool.
You went to the pinnacle, the mountain. That's just awesome, man.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, this work this down, BaNDY. So you start here, boom.
Yeah.
79.
Yeah.
Look at him. He just wants to break through your
Look at that
living
baby
room.
face.
I know. And then, boom, bam.
The
right?
bigger show, the getting bigger show. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to 50. How did he get from 79 to 55? What's 55?
I just whatever number they gave me at that point.
He just kind of threw it to you.
And the show kept
And
growing.
you stuck with 55.
I stuck
right?
with 55. I did.
Show.
Yep.
Oh man, I got some picks, BaNDY. I got to tell you, I have a couple more people in the lobby I'm going to bring on in just a quick second. I have this question though. I don't know if you caught that in the intro or not. Check this out, dude. I'm so excited.
Okay.
This is good. I was asking Rachel about this. Maybe he doesn't know. So I love the love because you look like you just won the championship, right? And you give the wife a little bit of smooch, right? But
Yeah.
what is going on with this face? What?
That's the
Is she like, Mom and Dad, you're embarrassing,
yeah,
man.
No.
that's the cringe look that everybody. I honestly
Oh,
I
that
didn't
is
notice
funny.
it.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it at first, but so many people pointed it out. They're like, "That is hilarious, man."
Get a
Now it's like
room, Mom and Dad.
it's gonna live in infamy forever
Mom.
now.
They're like, Mom and Dad, what's going on here?
That's
One
great.
Yeah.
I
quick
didn't notice
question.
that before. That's funny.
awesome.
And one
That's
quick,
awesome.
one quick question before I have a couple people bring on board to see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Check this out. So we have this picture, right?
Yep.
Lovely.
So is that so you're sitting on Mark's face? Is that what's going on there? What's going on with that?
It's like
Is
a
that
big
poster?
poster. They made them. The
It's a
parents and
poster.
stuff. Yeah, the parents
Oh,
and stuff make
okay.
them and hold them up in the stands and stuff with their kids and stuff. So
I
my
swear I
wife,
thought that was a cushion. I'm like, you guys are sitting on his face. I does it look like a cushion? It kind of looks like a cushion.
It
I thought
kinda
was a
does,
cushion,
yeah.
like a pillow or something like that.
yeah, it kind of
Come on now. Keep it
Sorry.
classy, man.
I go, don't sit on his face.
does. That's funny.
So break it on down for us real quick, Bando.
Yeah.
What went down? Did you feel victory before you started the game? Tell us about your season. What went down, man?
I mean, I started the season. We knew we had high expectations. We had a lot of good guys coming back. Had a new starting quarterback, which is always a little, question mark, I guess. But got off to a great start. Won a game against a team that was ranked 20th in the state, and then we went and lost like 3 games in a row and played like crap and had guys get hurt. And
Oh, I didn't
so
realize that. Wow.
yeah, so we kind of struggled in the beginning, and then finally, kids just kept believing and trusting the process, as they say, and turned it around. Got some guys healthy, and it's kind of a crazy deal. I had to replace 2 coaches in the middle of the season for different reasons, but that kind of caused a lot of just adversity. But it kind of rallied the team actually after that, and then we got it rolling, and guys were playing well together, and just went on this crazy run. And once we got to the playoffs, I just think we were just, coaches were doing an awesome job. Players were just playing together as a team where we weren't earlier in the year, and kind of rolled through the playoffs and beat the Drillers in a blowout, which was awesome for the section championship.
So you like Ted Lasso'd him, and so to speak.
We did.
Is that what
We
it
did.
is? What happened?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
was this guy on board with you the whole time, Mr.
Yes,
Brent Durkin?
Durkin's been my right hand guy for a long time, man. He when I got the head job 8 years ago, he was instrumental in that, and wanted to
That's
be a
great.
part of it. So it's always
That's
good to have Wildcat blood
I
on
know.
the side, man. It's good times. No, we play. I tell you what, Durkin and I together in the last 8 years, because we have a few coaches that have been there all 8 years. But coaches change over, a lot of them are volunteers and stuff. And, but Durkin's always been, always had my back, and we put in a lot of work to get to where we're at.
So
Weren't you at West High together too?
Yeah, we West High back
in
in the
your
day.
progressions. Yeah.
Yeah, we coached at West High together, and then we kind of separated. I went to Ridgeview High School as an OC over there, and he actually went to Frontier when it first opened, and then left to go, and then he went to Centennial for a little bit, and then he kind of stopped coaching because he had, his kids were so involved in sports and stuff, and so he was coaching them youth. And then when I got the job, he was like, "Oh heck yeah, man!" So we'll build the program together.
So is there some similarities of the Brent Durkin we once knew in high school as opposed to the Brent Durkin of the now? I mean,
Yeah, that's a great question.
I'm kind of curious.
There are. Durkin's still Durkin, man. He's still funny as hell and still ornery as hell too. But
like double days when you have the stations and you're training.
Oh,
he was the station that Ad Fankin had, so you tell the best joke, you get
yeah. Oh, Durkin's always good for laughs, man. And
does he click that switch though to where he?
Oh yeah, he's intense. I mean, he's coached.
He gets intense though at the same time, right?
Yeah, he's been coaching for a long time, and he's a really good coach, and he's been. I mean, you know, and he's invested, man, and he pushes those kids hard and holds me accountable, holds them accountable. So we're a good team together. It works out good.
Oh, that's great, dude. That's great.
But we like to tell the old stories too every once in a while, just for laughs.
I hope that maybe he pops on board and surprises us with a cameo.
He was down in Irvine for a volleyball tournament for his daughter, and so he was asking me for the link, and he was going to try to if he could, but I don't know where they're at right now. So we'll see.
Maybe he's watching from the outside, he's waiting for a good time. You know what I mean?
True.
Good timing.
True.
Yeah. So, Shane has a little bit of a history with Mr. Durkin. Look at that shot, huh?
Oh yeah, that was a visit.
Delmer.
That was a visit back in the early 2000s, coming out to Cali. Yeah, you could tell we looked much younger too. So
that's the way you look like when you shave your face. That's all it is.
See, the problem is we all got that little pepper. I heard you guys talking about the little pepper. You know, we all got the grays now.
I think if I grew it out like down to here, you know, you'll see like, oh, he looks a little like Santa.
Yeah, my daughter goes back to school tomorrow. She's driving back. Sophomore at Penn State, and so yeah. Well, the roads. I don't know if you know, we've had lots of weather and a lot of snow on the East Coast, and there's still some outside. But the roads, the main highways, of course, are very clear. They're very good about that. But so yeah, safe passage, good stuff. Hey, back to Coach BaNDY. That's impressive. I followed you like many friends online, and we're pulling for you on your journey.
Yeah.
And
thanks, by the way. Appreciate that.
We're loving the experience that you shared, or whoever that you were in touch with.
I know,
because I know you were probably super focused.
Yeah.
And you know, I heard on NPR, because I listen to National Public Radio, because you know I'm an intellect. Hey, I like
that's right. He's one of those smart guys.
They were talking about they're going to reboot Friday Night Lights, the series. Remember that old series?
Oh yeah, that was great.
I think they need to have a setting and say it takes place in Central California in Bakersfield.
That would be perfect.
Centered on a fictitious, of course, because it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know, based on the BaNDY story, the frontier story.
There you go. That'd be great.
BaNDY walked the streets of Taft and be like, hey, is that who I think that is? You know what I mean? Is that what they do?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'll tell you what's cool though is you know, when you're like Taft, man, is Taft always pulls for Taft people, and I've had so many people from Taft just like send me messages and congratulate me and how cool it is to have Taft. I mean, you almost feel like the whole town was rooting for you, even though I don't coach in Taft. You know, it's like it's still a lot of old friends and people I don't even talk to hardly ever. You know, sending me messages and oh man, we were watching and so cool. That's awesome. Go Taft. And
how about old coaches like Woody?
Oh yeah, Woody. In fact, I had a little.
He posted about Woody recently. That was a very touching.
Woody. Yeah, they all did. In fact, I went to I had a little birthday party that Franco kind of organized for me at a.
Happy birthday! I almost forgot to mention that. Yeah,
happy late birthday to you too, right?
Yeah, I beat you. I always went up on.
You're always a few days ahead of me, but yeah, we went to Chewy's up here and hung out, and Coach Brown came down and gave me a gift and stuff. It was cool. He gave me like a Taft High letter that he found. That was literally from like 1940s or something like that. Like
wow.
He said he found it. He's had it for a while and was cleaning out stuff. And so that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome.
Vintage, baby. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I would love to get him on board on the chat eventually. But I think it'll happen like how I got Newton on. I had to have Eric like hold him, you know what I mean, to get the computer rolling and everything. Yeah. Maybe he's a computer whiz. You never know. Hey, so I'm going to bring a guy on board, and he usually plays our intro. But guess what? I'm going to flip the script on. Shane's all another AI song. I'm getting into writing music. He's on board with this, folks. The mighty Sloan himself. He wants to chime in on the state champ, CHRiS BaNDY.
Yeah. BaNDY, how you doing?
Good, Walters. How are you, man?
Good. Congratulations on everything.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good times.
I'll have to send you your whole intro song. These intro songs went to over 2 minutes. It's like a full-on song. Yeah. I try to chim it down, but you know. How you doing, Mr. CHRiS?
I got to figure out how this AI stuff works. I'm like way out of touch. But I got a new iPhone with the Apple Intelligence thing, so I got to figure that crap out.
It takes a little while. It takes a little time.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun. A lot of
Yeah.
the musicians, like Chris, is like, I hate AI. It takes away from the quality of the heart of the, you know what I mean? But
It does. It
Y'all,
does.
when
I did write
Skynet-
it myself, though. Just so you know, I wrote it myself.
Yeah,
Nice.
it helps me. AI helps me for being a solo when I'm doing my solo stuff, because like when I have a band and I'm writing stuff, I can talk to people like, hey, what do you think about this? But just me, myself, I'll start writing a song. I'll put it into AI and say, hey, can you finish this? And it'll finish the song. And then I'll look at it and go, no, I can do better than that. And it'll push me to finish the song better, you know?
Gotta kind of challenge you. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to put in a lot of descriptive words and phrases, and then had AI just put a song together, you know. But I'm like, oh, I keep on. It won't put in like everything specific that I wanted to. Like, you know what? I'm gonna have to write it out myself. So then I ended up messing around with just writing things out. And you guys are all three of them. You guys are were fun to piece together, because I was trying to think of some things. I put in the big show for BaNDY, and I put in like all about mayonnaise. You know what I mean? So you don't like mayonnaise? What's going on?
I hate mayonnaise, man. Can't stand it. Oh, just
So you
disgusting.
couldn't coach in the ACC and play in that bowl, you know?
Oh, that mayonnaise bowl. I know.
Mayonnaise bowl.
That's what my wife and kids tell me too. They go, Dad, you would never
You're gonna
survive
dump
that getting dumped
You
by the
win.
bucket of mayonnaise.
Oh, I saw you getting dumped with the cooler dump.
I
was
did,
gonna
yeah.
try. Okay, I gotta tell you, Benny, I
Yeah.
searched for at least an hour and a half because I wanted to have this footage of
Yeah.
you dancing in your rally.
Oh God.
And I could not find it for the life of me. I
bring
Googled
it.
it. I put
Bring
it
it.
on YouTube, and
This
Gup goes,
is too bad.
maybe. I know.
I know where it's at, but
Oh
you know.
no!
Why'd you tease it, Rod?
Oh, it was classic. He had the whole
it's,
crowd going though. It was
yeah,
great.
It's on YouTube actually. I think I can't remember what it's called, but something like Coach dancing at rally. My sister actually was the one who put it on YouTube.
See, that would be where your daughter had the good cringe face if she saw, oh, Dad's dancing.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
She's
Roll the
yes.
eyes.
She's seen it before. I got a former coworker who was there, and every year when it pops up on her like memory on Facebook, she reposts it, and I'm like, great. I gotta relive this every year for the rest of my life.
I couldn't find it for the life of
That's
me,
how
man.
it's supposed to be, though. See,
It is, yeah.
teens are supposed to like think you're not cool, and that's I love it. You
Yeah.
have a great family bond. I could see it.
Yeah.
The whole dynamic is you got to have a good family bond. It's just awesome. That backing you, I think probably. I'm not saying I know what goes on in your life, but that had to be a big boost in your day to day, your career, just waking up in the morning. I mean, have a good family and a good, support system behind you, and it feels good every morning,
Yeah, it makes life way more enjoyable. That's for darn sure. And a lot easier to, like you said, get up and be excited about just work and whatever else is coming your way. So
Did your students ask you to do more, like after the rally? Like, hey, coach, bust me that little move again.
they ask me all the time. That everybody sees it. Oh, when are you going to dance at one of our rallies? I'm like, I'm not. I'm way older now. That was like 15 years ago, probably. I'm like, no, I'll pull a muscle now or something.
You got to get Durkin to do the brass monkey.
I know, man.
I wouldn't.
told him.
You know what I would give to see that footage? That was the
They
best
would
thing
flip
ever.
if Gup he leaked footage of you guys in the hotel acting like Kiss, and they saw.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah.
We dressed up. I remember one time we went to Mexico, and my mom and my stepdad used to have a house down there, and we went down there for like spring break, and we put on the makeup and everything because we were so bored because it was before we could drive, like we couldn't drive down there. And so we were stuck there for like 2 weeks and just in the house, and we were like so going stir crazy. We dressed up in makeup and made like music videos, like lip syncing Kiss and playing the drums. It was wild. It was yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, it was fun. But the stuff you had to do back then to entertain yourself without all the internet and social media and all that stuff.
I know. Were you inspired by Cool Train? Is that the next
It was
question?
cool. Yeah,
Is that what it was?
for sure, man. Cool Train.
Hey,
It inspired a lot of people.
I know,
Back
right?
to your highlights of this year, I was super impressed with the stuff you shared and what I learned from your content about your O-line. My God, those kids are like all college material. Like,
Yeah, they're beasts.
like I'm telling you, man. No wonder if you said question mark new quarterback. Wow, what an O line you had. I mean, they were tearing people up.
Yeah,
I've
we
not
had
seen anything on high school level like
monsters.
They were big,
Yeah.
strong, fast footwork. I mean, my God.
Yeah, they're an impressive group. That's for sure. That's what carried it. I mean, we ran the ball quite a bit down the stretch, and
Would you call it the pancake platoon or something like that?
the pancake platoon.
I
Yeah,
love it.
Well,
Shirts-
Bandy, if you remember my size
Yep.
back in school, I'm sure you would have wished that I was on your
Lineup.
lineman, because you remember what I used to whenever I used to like get all.
Oh,
Remember
I'm
me?
not sure that looks like you, Rod.
You know what I
don't
mean?
know.
I used to
Hey,
hit
I
the
should've
weights.
poisoned
Remember
you,
that?
Rob.
Hey, I know one thing. I don't think your mom would have let you have that many tattoos back in the day.
I know. She
You know your
would have
mom.
flipped if I had a scar.
Hey, speaking of Janet Welch, Rod, I gotta tell you something. All right, you know when you pull up Messenger, right, and it'll show all these names alphabetically that you're trying to find somebody.
Mhm.
So I found this meme, and I was sending it. Who did I send it to? Oh, it was a beer meme to Wes Sammy Souls, because he always liked the beer jokes. He's a beer guy.
Yeah.
So it showed this guy. He had a cast on his arm from being broken, and it said, "Hey Doc, I have a small request," and he made him like a cup holder built into like that shape into the cast.
Oh God,
beer bottle there, and it shows him in the picture, and his beer's resting on his arm.
That's
so
classic.
I went to send it to Sammy, but your mom's name was right below Wes. So your mom got a message from me. And to tell her I didn't mean to send it, but there's some guy with a beer on his cast. So sorry, Janet Welch.
That's awesome.
Janet Welch Edmondson.
And you can't unsend it like text. It was Messenger. So
Yeah.
she'd be like, Rod, your friend's sending me these things.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have to cut out to go check on the wife in just a few, but I'll let you guys talk. I'm in and out of caregiving for her tonight. She's not feeling well. She's not doing good.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just to give you a heads up. So if I bounce out, it's nothing that you said that offended me. Well, maybe if it's Chris Walter, maybe, but
What?
what? So Chris, tell us about this, bro. Again, I want to make sure I talk to the right
it.
Chris
Love
to
that
see.
shot, dude. Is that a real cornfield, or did you do Photoshop?
That is Photoshop. It's a real spaceship, but other than that, it's Photoshop.
Yeah, their spaceship is real.
From the 60s, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That's
Awesome.
Who made that for you? Did you do it? Are you?
I did, yeah. Just on spare time, messing around. I do those sometimes just to have extra pictures with the band, not being of Earth. So, yeah, we do that.
What would have been fun is if you really did visit a farm field and you were really out there with your instruments. Oh man,
Yeah.
For like album covers when bands do that kind of thing. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Where's your dog? I usually see. What's his name?
Diego.
Is he hiding? No, he travels in
no,
with you.
My daughter's here today, so Diego's hanging out with her. So
Speaking of dog, my dog just kicked over my ring light over here.
I remember you'd show Diego during when you were traveling.
Yeah, I bring him out whenever he's around. I'll pick him up, but yeah, he's in the other room for a while. So he's seen enough of me and needs a break.
Needs a new playmate.
Yeah. So
You and your otherworldly ways.
yeah, things have been good. We did a show last night that was probably the best show experience I've had with the band.
Oh, nice.
It was so good. It was like the venue had a schedule and everything went to the schedule. Everyone had plenty of time to set up, and there was no rushing. It was just a perfect, easy show. I wish they were all like that, but this one was good.
I've been following it. Well, I see what you share, at least when you have.
Yeah, I need to do that more. When we have all these shows coming up, and I go to post it, and it's like, shit, I gotta tag this guy, and I've tagged this person, and the venue, and it's too much work. Someone else is gonna do this.
Just enjoy
it.
Yeah,
someone else is gonna post it. I don't need to. So
yeah,
true.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you know, either of you guys know anybody in any vicinity to a degree with the fires in LA that's affected?
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin's evacuated right now. He lives in Pasadena.
Oh
So
man,
he's staying
they're
with his
sending out
friend.
evacuations, right, at certain
Yeah.
areas when it becomes precarious.
Yeah, yeah. So they got evacuated, I think, like 2 days ago. But so far they've been lucky. They just had some wind damage to the roof, but no, it's still standing. So,
Mm.
so they're
Yeah, I have a friend that for her job she trains world champion Irish dancers, and
wow, that's cool.
yeah. Well, unfortunately, her studio burned down.
Oh, geez,
Fire, so yeah,
that sucks, man.
not good there.
What do you know where she lived? Was it Altadena or that kind of area?
Yeah, I don't know where she lives in Redlands, but her studio's somewhere else. I don't know exactly where her studio is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know we were talking to Gup and I were talking to Bobby Benuelos because he was down in Burbank and
Mm.
he was. I mean, he's a little ways away from it, but still, he said it's just crazy down there. Like it's just it's bad. So
Yeah.
scary stuff, man.
Looking ugly.
I guess the whole perfect storm where you get not only the Santa Ana winds, which are the other opposite of what's the coastal winds, and
Yeah.
anybody knows who lived out there, and they picked up from seasonal to like what was it, 80 to 100 miles an hour, maybe. BaNDY, you can maybe help me. Yeah, and that obviously was a catalyst to the flames of
Right.
the 4 or 5 fires that had already started. My God, and
Yeah, they were saying that those high winds were picking up little embers from one and zooming it over miles away, and it would light up over there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
strips of Malibu just crisp.
Yeah, I mean you look at like the right on the Pacific Coast Highway, just completely burnt down by Malibu. Man, it's like holy cow, it's just nuts. All those businesses and
right,
nice places, but yeah, crazy stuff, man. Scary to watch.
Yeah. Is there police outside your door or something? What's going on in your room?
What the heck, Shane? Is that a disco ball? What is that going on out there?
Well, you've seen Frankenstein, right?
Yeah,
I know, right? It's the flashing. It's Sports Center and all that. So
oh, the TV. Gotcha.
Post-game, yeah. It does look dramatic.
It does.
Strange things afoot. You've seen Weird Science, right? So it's been a while. I'm creating a woman.
Making yourself a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
Yep.
I just noticed that too. Like a while back when Rod was talking, I'm like, everything's lighting up, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm DJing while I'm helping Rod.
Yeah, mixing it up right now. Wiki. Mm-hmm. Heck yeah.
So with this post, no, let me back up. I need to ask you something because I remember when back in the days of high school, you win Valley, that was it.
Yeah.
How did you proceed? What's the progress of the playoffs brackets and the CIF to get to state?
So yeah, state. I don't know how many years it's been now since they started the state playoffs, but
because they used to not have that. Thank you. It sounds.
Yeah, no, they didn't. It's probably maybe been 12, 15 years, something like that they started the state playoff rounds. But so it's if you win Valley, or the section they call it now,
right? Then
you qualify to go to the state playoffs, and so they have a regional game, and they kind of just pick. I think it's just mostly based off your rankings on which division you get put into for the state. Because it goes like there's the open division, which is modern day every year that wins the national championship, and then there's like one AA, 1A, 2AA, 2A, 3AA, 3A, and it goes all the way down to like 6 or 7 or something like that. But so you kind of don't have any control. And the weird thing about Bakersfield is the central section, the state can put in the north section or the south section for the regional because we're in the middle, so we don't automatically go south or north. But they put us in the 3AA, and they put us in the south region, And this is kind of funny. This is a funny story because we thought we were going to be 2A, but they switched us with somebody else, and so we ended up going to 3AA. Well, the funny part about that, we ended up playing Marietta Mesa in the regional game to get to the state championship game. And my brother-in-law works at Marietta Mesa High School, and my sister and my stepbrother's kid goes there. I mean, it's like, it was weird. And my stepbrother has a coffee shop like right next to the stadium. So I've seen that place a million times. You know, I mean, it's, but it was funny that we ended up playing them, and we played them at Frontier in Bakersfield, so they had to travel. But so we beat them pretty convincingly, played really good, and then we ended up, and then they host, like, we played at Long Beach City College for the championship, and there's like 4 games there in 2 days or something like that. So we played Friday. There was 2 games on the Friday night, and then there was 5 games. So then there was 3 games on the Saturday of different different regions or whatever, or different levels. So
They keep it moving. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
That was, I had to ask because, I always hear about, like, through the years, other states have, oh, you go so far and you get far enough, they go all the way to state. And then I felt like growing up that all I knew was that it stopped at Valley. And I'm like, how come California? Maybe I thought I was saying they too big.
Yeah.
High schools. Like I didn't know the boundaries of that.
Yeah, I think it's probably been about 15 years now that they've done that. When I was at Ridgeview as an offensive coordinator, we went to back-to-back regional games, but we lost them both, so we didn't get to the championship game. But we won section and then lost in the semifinal. So,
well, you have a great resume, and again, I know it sounds repetitive. It's probably just you're exhausted from all the praise, but we FDNs or people that know you.
It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old.
And then we know you as a friend. Happy for you, proud of you. I'm sure you feel joy because that's the pinnacle. That's the top.
Yeah.
That's a mountaintop for your profession, and you've got that under your belt. And moving forward, you're probably once you get a taste, you probably want another one, don't you?
Of course.
Isn't they say once you win a championship, you're like 30% better the next year, something like that?
I hope that's true.
I'd
like to be 30% better at anything.
I
saw that. Okay, if case you guys, whoever's watching, Andy Reid is a coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, longtime NFL coach, many teams. When he got his first Super Bowl with the Chiefs, they were interviewing him, and he's kind of like funny when you get to know him off the serious job. And they were asking, like, what do you think, man? What was your first feelings? He goes, well, went home, kissed my hot smoking wife, because every great man, you got to have a great woman behind you. So
that's true.
Thank her for all the time you're putting in away from her. Then
for sure.
And he was praising his wife. But the next thing was really funny. He goes, they said, well, what was it like getting that first ring? Because that was his first Super Bowl in NFL career as a head coach. And he says, he's kind of a big guy if you don't know him.
Yeah.
He goes, it's kind of like a good, tasty chocolate eclair. He goes, it tastes real good, real sweet.
Oh, jeez.
And when you have one, you say, I
want another one.
I might want another one. And obviously he got another one. Now he's trying for a three-peat. But yeah.
So, Bando, I was going to have you on board quite a few times in the past, and it fell through multiple occasions. I've been waiting months and months and months to ask you this question.
Yeah.
I got a quick video.
It's a big question for months.
I did some research. What went down with this?
That's brighter, maybe. That's brighter than theirs.
Oh my God. I can't believe you did that.
What went down there? Okay. Like we so focused on the conversation, like, oh yeah, my feet. I forgot to work my feet.
So that was in Marietta, my stepbrother's house.
And he's like, I knew you were gonna go there. Yeah,
I did. That one got me. That was good. We were there for the holidays, and I was walking out. I just got my new truck, so I was gonna go out and show my sister-in-law my new truck, and everybody was gonna, oh hey, we're gonna go get my new truck, go check it out. I'm just walking, and I caught my foot like on the corner between the sidewalk and the grass.
I know I had to
around it.
rewatch it. I go, how did that happen?
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I'm once you get going with momentum at this size, it's hard to stop it. And I just went down, but luckily I avoided serious.
I was gonna ask you to get
pain.
injured though, no?
No. I mean,
Ugh.
I just barely scraped my knee and my hand a little bit, but no, it was good that I fell in the grass mostly because that you know. It was
You, like,
it was
rolled
it was
into
a
it.
very athletic move to fall that way.
Yeah, it was
I
a
like
good
your
roll fall.
humility because your humility, you shared about it and made a joke about it. But
Yeah, it was
take like Rod, like
Okay, who is
yeah. It was
who was
hilarious.
with you when you were watching because this recording, if I replayed it, you hear people kind of giggling in the background like you were watching the ring.com or something.
Yeah, that
Is
was
what happened?
No, it's because so my mom was walking behind me. She starts cracking up laughing. And my sister, everybody starts laughing. I mean, they didn't even check to see if I was hurt or not.
Yeah,
They
I
just
was gonna
started
ask
laughing
you.
immediately.
You're not old enough to because usually you have to pause to make sure there's no injury. Then
Wait
you
to
laugh.
see if I'm hurt. Jeez.
Yeah,
No,
well,
it
no,
was,
I mean that means you're young. You're still
they
young.
were, they were
As if-
cracking up, and then we had to go. They're like, "Oh, my sister-in-law's like, oh my god, we have Ring. We have to go watch this." So that's where we watched it, and then we recorded it with the phone, and everybody had to repost that. And, yeah.
Oh, just crazy about that. So you don't think Dancing with the Stars is anytime soon in your future? Maybe you got to show them the rally though. Maybe they'll you know.
Yeah. The rally video might change their mind. I don't know. Oh god, that was funny.
I think you should do another rally. Come on, BaNDY.
We've done plenty of rallies, and they've actually asked me to dance at them, and I refuse every time now. No, I'm not dancing.
Oh, come on. All right.
I'll speak at them, but I'm not dancing anymore.
You buddy up with Brent Durkin. I'm sure you guys can have some type of duo thing going on. You know, you can brass
do the old kid and play thing. You know, like.
Oh yeah. See.
Well,
See,
what
now
about,
you already.
all right, on
Wheels are
ESPN,
turning.
you know, when a team achieves greatness or wins a round of playoffs, and they show the coach, even if he can't move or dance, in the middle of the circle in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
I mean, has there been any of that when you get a win? A good, you know.
One time I just a little taste of it, but nothing.
Kids are going nuts.
Yeah, they're all celebrating. I did a little dance, but nothing too crazy.
Did the dog pound get out in the bleachers?
Yeah, exactly. So it's, I guess I should have done it at the state after the state game. That would have been the time to do it, right? That would have been.
I know.
Man,
I know. I like that Gatorade on top of your head. That was great. I had to rewatch that.
That was cold. That was cold.
Was it cold?
Yeah, it was cold. Yeah.
Yeah. I speaking of cold, I'm not going to do the ice bath thing for a little while. I got a little obsessed with it, and I went too cold. I went too cold BaNDY right before Christmas, and I got strep throat.
Oh,
I guess
man.
there's like a window of time there, and like after you initially do it, and I had the shivers for like 10 minutes. I went extra low, extra long, like trying to push the envelope. You know.
I got a question.
That's
about
why I end up getting sick.
Because we do, I mean, you know, football players, we do a lot of ice baths especially after the summer workouts, and you know, when we start 2 days and stuff like that. Like, what's the ideal temperature for that supposed to be?
It's very progressive. It's a very long transition. It all depends on the person and how long they've been doing it. You know what I mean? For me, honestly, I went 30 seconds at the end of a shower to as cold as I can get, and I started there.
Oh man,
I know it's only 30 seconds at the end, but then eventually I went like 2 or 3 minutes in just the cold shower, and then I go, you know what, our water temperature isn't cold enough, so I go down to the association, and then once I got to 10 minutes in the cold shower at the association, and I got to use my hands like that. I'm going to try out the ice bath, so I put 20 pounds of ice in water, and I can only do it for like a minute. Then I got out. Then I go, you know what? I don't want to waste this ice. So I got to get back in there, you know? So I go like 1 minute out, 1 minute on. And then eventually I did 40 pounds. And then
you went straight Jack from Titanic just hanging on the door, didn't you?
Dude, last time I did it, I did 60 pounds in ice water. And I got up to 7 minutes straight. 39 degrees. And I was shivering for like 10 minutes, and I got strep throat. So there you go.
So wait,
I think we got
How does that tie into strep throat? Isn't that bacteria related versus?
Well, I think I'm going to do some research on it. I don't know the exact science, but I think you have a window until your body starts to warm up and transition that you actually your immune system gets stronger, and your thermal layer of body fat starts to transition into brown. So you actually speed up your metabolism too, and then
Right.
your window of hot and cold is so like you don't get hot or cold. Like you have like a 30-degree window almost, if not more. Rachel has like a 5 or 8 degree window.
When
But
you
I'm
get
like,
in there, do you go buck naked, or you got like tidy whities in there, or you wear a swimsuit?
I nude bomb it. I nude it.
How long does it take?
Nude.
How long does it take for the turtle to?
To recover.
You just got to remind yourself it's usually not like this. You got to do that. No, I had to throw on some music, and then you got to do the breathing thing, and then put either a fast song in your head, but you're trying to like calm yourself at the same time.
My God, how do you when you get the breath sucked out of your lung? Whenever I've jumped in the ocean and it was super cold, like how do you embrace? How do you keep breathing? Like it takes the.
It's physical and mental, and because in the beginning when you start to try to do it, you're like, ooh, even the thought of it, even like right before I do it, like once I push I have a stopwatch on my phone. Once I push start and it starts to do the numbers, I go, okay, I got to get in. As soon as I push this button, I go, okay, maybe next song. As soon as the next song, and then the more longer you wait, the more anxious it is, and you're like, oh, I gotta do it, damn it! I can't waste this money. I can't waste the money on the ice. You know what I mean? So if the ice was free, I'd probably be skipping quite a few times and just talking myself.
Yeah.
And now at the Whole Foods, they call me the Iceman when I walk out of there with 60 pounds. Oh, Iceman's back!
Iceman. Yeah.
But it feels great all throughout the day. And once you get out, it's just having that discomfort for that period of time. But once I'm out, I'm like, whoa! I can't make the woo noise, but I try. I get, woo! I sound like a dog or something, But I feel great afterward, and it's just kind of clears the mind and everything. So.
Yeah, I heard it has a lot of health benefits.
Yeah. Sure. Well, I'm 15 months on sobriety, and I'm trying to do anything I can to like give me a little zip. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
You're going to become an adrenaline junkie, right? What was that movie with Ben Stiller? Along Came Polly, where he was insuring this guy who was like a stunt devil and everything. Rod's going to be He's going to become. You're going to start doing base jumping and all this stuff.
When I turn 80, I'm going to start to do the wingsuit thing. When I'm 80, it's a good way to go out.
80.
I just want to smack into a bridge or anything like that. That looks fun though. I wish I had somebody else's body I could borrow, and you're not going to die, and say, yo, this wingsuit it. Chris, would you wingsuit it, Mighty Sloan? I got to differentiate from state champ to Mighty Sloan.
With his guitar while he's soaring.
Yeah. The wireless hookup.
I think Walter's adrenaline would be on stage doing the Flea guitar in the nude with a sock on. No?
Now that could be a good idea, Chris, to superpose Photoshop, put yourself flying on us, those
wingsuit, yeah.
Naked rockabilly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do anything on a stage, but yeah, I wouldn't.
You want to do nude? Maybe like some Depends diapers or something.
I do nude on a stage because my guitar's so big anyway. That's
strategically placed guitar.
Yeah. Here, I'll put some Depends on and tell people you're a baby. I'm a baby.
Yeah.
I'm a baby. I'm my sucker. Just kidding. So no Dirk today, huh? No.
No, I guess not. I don't know.
He came up to me, and I was going to ask him about this. He came up to me like at one of the little gatherings, years ago, and he goes, he used to call me BaNDY, like Rodney, but with a B, I think he was just mocking me, of course, but he came up behind me in batting practice in baseball. He goes, BaNDY, do you want to know how it feels like to get sacked in football? I was like, no, not really, you know. And he grabs the helmet, and I had a helmet on, and he, boom, he hits me on the top of the head, and I little ringer. He goes, just like that, but harder. I go, good to know, Brent. Good to know. I wasn't really that curious, but good to know. But he came up to me and goes, Bodney, I didn't mean to bully you as much as in high school. Sorry about that. I go, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
He would do it with a smile. I mean, it's like he was like mean doing it. He was like, he made me laugh at the same time he's bullying me at the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I called him Dirk, and he told me to call him Brent when I first met him. It was kind of funny. He goes, you call me Brent. You know how he talks, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, call me Brent, not Dirk.
That's
Cracking
great.
me up, though.
Dirk. God, he is much more mature nowadays. I will say that.
Ooh. Not as mature as this face right here. How about that face?
Yeah,
How about
baby.
that? It's mature haircut. I love it.
Mhm.
Have you showed Maddie your haircut for? Have you showed the kids that picture when you're?
Yeah, he's known about a bunch of past stuff. Yeah, he already knows. He
He's
picks
not
up on
asking to
detail.
Dad cut my hair like you used to have your hair.
I mean,
You don't
not
do anything
necessarily
like that.
that, just everything. He picks up on details. He knows, and being on the spectrum, he knows dates. Like he'll remind me, like, you remember that one time in 1987 when, and like because of a story I might have told, and he'll like pinpoint because he's all in the timelines and history. Like he logs everything. Like he'll tell my dad the same stuff. Like, you remember that time when you married grandma at 19, you know, whatever, 69, and my dad's eyes are lighting up like, how does he know this stuff?
Yeah.
Your first car was a Volkswagen Beetle, and you took her on a first date, and he was like,
You wearing a blue shirt, and you had
up on that. When did he hear that? I go, that's what he does, man. He logs data.
Yeah, it's fascinating because my wife is also on the spectrum, you know, and she's super sharp in so many different areas. Can put like a computer back together, sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But in certain areas that are just basic stuff, you know, totally need some help. You know what I mean? What's up, buddy? But yeah, it's fascinating, dude. I had a kid I used to train like 20 years ago, and his mom said that he was autistic, and I didn't know anything about it. So then I grabbed some toothpicks and I dropped them on the ground. I was wondering if
Rain Man.
I wonder if he can like give me the exact number. He's like 84 toothpicks, you know.
Ron was all disillusioned. He goes, yeah, I saw this in a movie.
I saw it in a movie. But anyway.
He probably just told you your ass. He goes, you made a mess.
I remember.
You need to pick that up.
I remember at Taft College, you know, they had that teal program where they had kids on campus, and there was a kid on the spectrum, and he wasn't a kid. I mean, obviously Taft College, but he was an adult. But he knew everything about every make and model of car. Like, you just give him a car, and he'd ramble off everything about it.
Oh yeah,
and it was pretty awesome. We just, I mean, it was fun to just listen to him talk about it. Like, it's just like, I remember me and Guth and Bobby would go over and say, hey, tell us about a 1988 Oldsmobile. And he'd just go crazy on it, man. It's like, holy crap, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, especially if it's something they like, there's an interest.
Yeah.
Like, he was into trains forever, and he can tell you about every like make and model of like train steam engines and diesel. I mean, how do you store
it's the hyper focus power, you know?
That's what I noticed. If there's something, it's even more so and tenfold when there's an interest in the subject matter, and they really dive into it. I mean,
not to go back on our conversation about bullying, but I see some in the you guys see the comments yet? Amy Hill, she holds no grudges. She says, but Shane used to bully me along with Brian Thomas. What?
What did I do?
What did you do, Shane?
I was probably drunk, and I apologize.
He says, not that I held a grudge or anything, of course. It's Shane's way of flirting, because he used to bully me too. So don't feel bad.
Oh yeah, I was a young dumb youngster. So you know.
Yeah.
Did he shove you in a locker, Amy Hill? Is that what he did? No. Oh no, she's still there. Oh, she's still. Oh, she's laughing. Oh, what'd you called her Popeye? Popeye? Where do you get Popeye?
And again, I I'm not dodging it, but I mean, if it happened, I'll own it. But I'm sorry, I don't recall.
Was she
I probably
smoking out of the
I
pipe
was
back
a
in
very
high
bad
school?
teen and giving stupid
Was
keg
she eating
parties and
spinach
all
at lunch? Is that what happened, Shane?
that. Do what?
Was she eating spinach at lunch? Is that how it went down?
I don't know.
Every time you saw me, she says,
Dang.
dang.
I don't have that far.
You
of
don't
a
Shane,
recall
how
that?
could you not remember that if
How
you
can you
every
not
time
Ask
remember
Maddie because he
Popeye?
probably has a better memory than me of events.
But
Yep.
Shane's getting all nervous over here now. Sorry, Shane. I just had to. I had to throw it out there. Every time though, Shane. So funny. Will you put the spinach down, Amy Hill? Popeye. Huh? Stop smoking out of your straw pipe. Your straw pipe.
Oh,
She's all
man.
flexing. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, don't knock spinach. Come on.
I like spinach. I had some. I'm having some for dinner. You never know.
Fiber. It's good fiber.
I wanted to do a quick plug. I always forget this. For one, folks, if you're watching this and you can't get enough, subscribe on our YouTube channel, right, Shane? Subscribe. And I also wanted to say I started to do this guy, a paint and chat. I got into
Yeah.
doing artistry
Oh, yeah.
back in the day, and YeNDoR is the host.
I
Hello.
love the wig, man.
And I'm doing it.
This is Bob Ross. Hey, show it again. Let's see your
You like my
Bob
wig?
Ross, the blonde
Well,
Bob Ross.
when I don't comb my hair out, it gets all curly. And right when I get out of the shower, it just kind of
Yeah.
rip. You know what I
Now,
mean?
do you wear it every chat, Rod?
I did on the very first one just to kind of kick it
Oh.
in, but you get hot wearing that thing. So it's like I wear it for Bob Ross and Richard Simmons
You
and
can
a
snatch like a
couple other
couple
things too.
snacks up in there for later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all curly.
Oh,
But I started to do it online on Thursdays, folks. If anyone wants to jump on board, I made me a little flyer. Thursdays
thought-
1:30. What?
Hold up, Rod. You need to change
Right,
what you
thank
just showed and put people that actually were on the show, like you're doing now with the squares. When I saw that, I was disappointed. I thought you'd have whoever was on there with you.
I know. I couldn't make that happen.
Leaning
Rachel
on
was
AI again.
Rachel was like, you should get some diversity there. You got to have different, ethnicities to different, I think I got some colored hair in there. There, she's got on the top left. She's got colored hair. There you go.
There's always somebody in there that's got a beret just because you're painting.
I know. Someone with those nose piercings or something. Oh, she called me. Look at that. What nice artistry, BaNDY. Oh, she's BaNDY. She's been watching. Oh, BaNDY. It's so funny.
Nice. That's awesome.
But anyhow, Shane apologizes. I think he called. Well, he called me olive oil. At least you got Popeye. So olive oil.
I wasn't the only wise ass. Rod here talks about when he was the biggest nemesis of Mr. Wickwire, and somebody was talking about maybe it was an English teacher.
No. That was Randy when he slammed him on the hood.
And he thought he was cracking a joke in class. And
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm doing the paint and chat live broadcast. I'm going to try to do it every second or third week, and I'm going to do it over the weekends with Rick Vaughn, and
nice.
we're having here's the idea. I'm doing the me and Rick are going to be the host and co-host, and then I have a special guest that does music, who plays music, right? So and Chris was already on. Right,
I
Chris?
did it. Yeah.
See, he
Yeah.
did. He was already in there.
That's the
Nice.
Mighty Royal Sloan. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on there. And then after we did the interview, then the musical genius plays as me and Rick paint, and then at the end we kind of
Rod and Rick
wrap up and
paintbrush.
we're painting with our brush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, it is very entertaining to kind of like have someone like playing live music while you're painting. It's like it's I don't know, it's a little bit of a joy. But
That's cool.
It was a joy. Yeah.
thanks for popping on, Chris Walter. And anytime you
Absolutely.
want to go to this guy, let me know. You can always
Yeah.
chip on in.
Maybe
Right.
you could bring someone on who does stand-up comedy, right? While you're painting. That'd be like,
That's true. Like any type of artistry, right?
Yeah.
what do you
And
call
then
a guy? What do you call
and
a
then
guy who strokes up and down on the can?
the after hours show, Mr. Gentry. No.
Canvas. This is a canvas.
This paint and chat could get interesting.
I know, right? Paint and chat.
Yeah.
Now, if
body
you
art.
flip it, it's different order. Chat and paint, right? Or
CHAT and paint.
what's gonna be first? Well,
She goes, "What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?"
oh no,
Hey, wait.
Rod's meme
Hey,
now.
hey, Desi, you're famous on the chat.
Ew. Mom and
She was just,
Okay, can I
she was
ask her
just over
something?
here.
Can I ask
Mom and
her real
Dad are
quick?
being
Yeah,
intimate.
she was just
Ew.
over here bullying me. Actually, she was splashing me with water. Desi,
Can
come
I
here.
ask? Can I ask her a quick question?
Show her the picture. Let her see the picture.
Oh yeah, I gotta find
Yeah.
out something real quick. Oh, we have somebody popped in our lounge.
she's
I'll bring him on
ignoring
in a quick second.
Desi.
I wanna
Desi,
see. We got to hear the truth of this face.
throw in her middle name, Bandy, because she knows that you mean business. You know.
Desiree Rose Bandy,
Uh-oh.
get your butt over here.
Oh no, she's in trouble.
I dropped
You
it
can't
all.
borrow the car keys. You can't borrow
Yeah.
the car keys now.
Yeah.
Tell we're gonna make one of these of her if she doesn't hurry up. And we're gonna
I'm gonna go get her right now. Watch this.
Are you?
Rod's harassing this girl, man. Come
I'm
on.
just curious if she was thinking what I thought she's
yeah,
thinking.
I want truth.
You know
I
what I
want to
mean?
see. Is that disgust because your parents were making out?
I mean, how could she not be thinking like, gosh,
Timing.
guys?
That was a good capture because the timing was hilarious, Rod. That's
Yeah.
good observation. Good observation.
I don't think that she knew she was gonna get a picture taken of her at that moment.
She may not even remember it. It's like the Popeye thing. She may not remember it until someone.
Okay.
I had no.
All right, we're back.
Oh, she's there. Okay.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Desi. I look at her.
Let her
She's like,
see.
"What do you want?" Okay, Desi,
Alright.
I have a question for you. Whenever they had, oh no, that's the wrong one. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Oh, so tell me about this picture. What were you thinking whenever this picture went down? In the background, see, as I'm seeing your parents lock lips, I look at the background and I get this look on your face. Can you tell me what were you thinking in that moment that this happened? I mean, what happened? What was going on in your mind? Did you know that you were getting your picture taken? What happened?
I saw them and I just looked at them and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, were you like, are you embarrassing
natural.
in front of me
It's
from all
natural.
my friends? Is that what
Yeah.
went down?
It's,
See,
it's
I knew
new.
it. I knew it. I knew it.
Teens don't
Knew
want to
it.
see. I mean, come on. You don't want to see your parents getting all intimate.
I just love it. Look at
Yeah, it was.
It's disgust.
But at first I was like, oh, look at the time of romance and
Yeah, look
love.
at the sweet
He wanted
picture of
a
mom
sweet
and-
picture.
yeah.
Then I glanced over, and that just made me laugh. I had to see something. Thank you for clarifying for me.
Yeah.
Are you proud of your dad? Are you proud of him for?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Is he?
She was the water girl all year.
Oh, you were. I did not know that.
She was on the sidelines. Yeah.
You helped out. Nice.
Wow. How do you know if someone's thirsty or not? They just tell you, or are you like, you look dehydrated? You need some electrolytes. Is there a science behind it?
No,
No,
they just
no.
grab it and go.
Yeah. It's a
It's
skill.
funny because she actually she was gonna fill in for like one game because we first game of the year we're like, oh crap, we don't have it. We're way in Sacramento. We don't have any water people. What are we gonna do? I said, all right, I'll get Desi to come down there. And then another girl, a daughter or a sister of a kid on the team that we know, she came down and helped. And then all the kids were like, a couple kids were like, man, they were like the best water people we've had. So we were like, okay, you're hired. You have to do it every game now. So.
Desi, I have another curiosity question for you. When BaNDY is in the kitchen making food, does he randomly start to bust moves when no one's watching and doesn't realize, like, like a good song from the 90s kicks in? You're like,
How's his
Dad, what are you
dancing?
doing? You're like, how does he do that at the house? Like when he's vacuuming, does he like, bust it? No?
And you wouldn't
I
want
knew
your
it.
friends to see, right?
I knew it.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't want your friends to see, right?
I don't know.
She's like, can I go now?
No, she does. See, there's times where she like tries to make me do TikToks and stuff. I'm like, okay.
Oh, what's his best move? What do you think is his go-to move, Desi?
He has no good move.
That's what daughters are supposed to say, right? Yeah.
He's got no good moves, so they're all mediocre moves. It's just, but them all together makes the ingredient for a nice little sandwich
Right.
of moves. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy embarrassing my daughter every chance I get.
I don't
She
think this is
especially-
true. I
she-
don't think that
yeah.
happens. I don't know
Hey,
about the whole.
I think she
You're
especially
a
loves
girl,
my
that's what
singing.
you're supposed to do, man.
Oh, the singing. Does he ever sing "Quick Sweet Caroline" around the house? Is that his? Oh, here we go. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Oh, she's left. She's
Oh.
gone.
You,
Yeah.
No.
you tortured this poor gal, Rod. Come on, you
Do you
tortured
do
her.
you hear it, "Sweet Caroline" go on? You're like, oh, my dad doesn't hear this. Do you do that? Easy. Yeah. Turn the channel, hurry, quick. Oh.
It's not that bad.
You get it wrong every single time you sing it.
I
Well,
know you think I sing it so many times in karaoke. You think I'd have it totally.
I know.
down.
I was gonna say. I think you sang at a karaoke when I was in
I
Bakersfield
still
back in
mess
the
up
day.
the words sometimes. I'm kind
can,
of famous
can
for
we get
messing
a
up words.
duet of that song right now from both of you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come on, Desi.
Go and start it off. Go ahead. No.
No.
Maybe
Sorry.
at your wedding. Can he do it at your wedding?
Oh yeah,
Can
I'll
he,
sing it at her wedding.
Can he sing it at the wedding? Like during the speech, he goes, "Wait a
Yeah.
second, before I let go of this mic." You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm gonna
Oh,
sing
that'd be
it.
great.
I'm gonna sing it, and I'm gonna show that picture at the wedding. Sweet
She's like,
Caroline.
she's not gonna get married now.
Pa-pa-pa.
She's like, you're not. She's gonna elope. And she's gonna say,
Yeah.
"Dad, I got something to tell you."
Yeah. Just because you threatened me to sing at my wedding that one time on Rodney's show, I decided to elope.
Thank
Yeah.
you for being a good sport, Desi. I appreciate that. Go do your
Yeah.
homework. Go do some homework. Go do your book report.
Go do
Do
something.
your dishes, and listen to your
Yes.
parents. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Don't
your
do
back.
ice baths.
I got your back. I got
That's
your
right.
back.
Thank you. Good advice, Rodney. Good advice.
That was classic. Like anybody who's a parent and has a kid who approaches teenhood, and it's like that was so classic. Like,
Yeah.
I like saw it right off the get go. As soon as
That
I
was
go,
so-
wonder if they even noticed that. That was so
Yeah, I
funny.
know.
I got to ask Bandy.
I wonder if she probably didn't even think she was going to be in the picture because it's like behind in the background. Like,
Right?
I'm all,
I'm in the background. This guy's taking a picture of my parents. I'm just like, it's
yeah,
not even in
yeah.
it.
This wasn't about the championship game that you won, Bandy. While I have you on board, it was just because of that picture. I had to find out. My curiosity
Hey,
got the best of me.
inquiring minds want to know how it went down.
There's Rob, with another curiosity question.
That's
Oh,
right. I
jeez.
love it. I love it.
She was very sweet. She took Rod's interrogation like a champ.
She
Yeah,
did.
she does.
With the
Yeah.
look on her face, like, is this almost over? Are we almost out of here?
Her first response was when I told her you need to be on the show. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm not ready for this." Like,
Oh, see?
14-year-old girls, man. You gotta.
Tell
Everybody.
her that just a bunch of old people watch the show, so she doesn't have anything to worry about.
Bunch of
Yeah.
boomers in there.
That's
you know.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A bunch of people from the 1900s that watch the show.
She always tells me how old I am, so I'll just say they're all my age, so they don't, no big deal.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get old enough to where I say I'm from the 1900s. They're like, no way.
They lived back before we had internet. Can you imagine?
Didn't they have like
Yeah.
horses and stagecoaches back in the 1900s?
Well, you know what's trippy? Talking about music is now like songs from like the early 2000s are oldies. It's like
Classic,
classic
rock, Snoop
is,
Dogg's
classic rock
classic
is like
rap.
Pearl
90s.
Jam and Nirvana is classic rock now. Like wait a second, that's not right.
Yeah.
Should be the
Oh.
Styx or some,
I know,
Rolling
Led Zeppelin.
Stones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to make fun of the dudes who would wear the like Led Zeppelin and the old Rolling Stone shirts. Like, look at these guys wearing old band shirts from the 70s.
Dude,
Yeah.
Not like I wear them now from the 90s. I'm turned into that guy,
Renee
Yeah.
Borja had like 5 or 6 Leonard Skinner t-shirts,
yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
and that was like
Funny.
you wouldn't picture him liking Leonard Skinner, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Having a few shirts of them says something. I mean,
that's true.
Renee
That's true.
Borja.
Old Borja.
You got to have old Borja on board.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask him about that classic. Did I tell you about this, Bandy? I'll keep it quick. 'Cause we probably have
Which
to get
one?
out of here. But him and Bill Bedell.
Oh,
Had-
I was
had-
there.
You were there, right?
I was
We
there.
did talk about, yeah.
Yeah.
And then their younger brothers got into it.
Yeah. It was classic.
Gibran, and
Uh-huh.
what is Bill Bedell's younger brother?
Oh, gosh.
John Bedell, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
I think it was John. Yeah, the both sets of brothers had a slug out, and they both like
Yeah. In the
had a
gym.
duel in the gym. And me and BaNDY and only like a couple others I think were in there.
Yeah.
So it was like front row seats. I'm like,
Like
it was like
basketball gym or the weightlifting gym?
basketball. It was like a
basketball
pickup basketball game gone horribly
They
wrong.
got into a scuffle.
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was crazy. They're like, "Come on!" bro." Like, I think Bill Bedell probably like
Someone fouled
dunked it
somebody and took it off.
on Renee, and he got all mad. Probably is what happened.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It was crazy. Though. That was one of the wildest things I remember. I'll never forget that because
I was so intimidated.
What's happening here?
Yeah,
Those
I was
guys
like,
are over there punching each other. The brothers are over there punching each other. This is like wild. It's like full
yeah,
on
I was like
caged match or something.
wanted to break it up, but I didn't want to like upset them.
I know. It was crazy.
Well,
one
should I
time-
get a teacher or something?
Yeah.
One time in practice before the snap, I projectile vomited across his forearm. He was playing D line. He was D line and I was playing O line. And I was telling him, I actually told him, look out, man, I don't feel good. Look, dude, we're gonna be sick. And all over him.
All
Sorry,
over.
everybody.
God.
Ew.
His words were,
Ew.
oh shit, man. Oh shit. Yentry, why'd you do this, Yentry? Come on. Oh man. And I was like, bro, I tried to tell you, I'm sorry, man. I owe you.
That's one way to execute a block, Shane.
Yeah.
Block execution complete. So, Royal Sloan, what do you have on your agenda? What's going on coming up in your band life, you band warrior person?
Yeah. The next show is January 25th, Daryl's Tavern in Seattle.
Nice.
Oh, crap.
yeah. That's pretty much where I live, so not really.
Oh, sorry.
Traveling across the street.
couple cities down. Yeah, I just finished a little tour with the
Going on
mighty
tour.
Royal Sloan. Yeah, we were on tour.
Yeah.
Washington and Oregon mostly, but did a lot of shows in a short amount of time, so that was nice. It was fun.
I have a marketing idea. I
Uh-oh.
know you're into your art and you can Photoshop and do all this stuff. You know when you show Who's Your Homie but the stand-up bass?
Yeah, that's actually my kid.
The guardian of the
I'm sorry.
sound guardian.
You need to place your dog somewhere with the same swirly glasses in the picture. Start putting your dog in there.
I've been thinking about that. Yeah, I need to Photoshop those on because he doesn't sit still for that.
I got one. You ready for this?
Royal Sloan?
What if you dressed up like a Martian? What if you get all Martianed out because you're like from outer space? Maybe you are a Martian.
Well, that's with my band, the Hypnotex. That's our thing. We're from outer space, and we wear those goggles because it hypnotizes everyone around us to think we look humanoid as we take them off.
Nice.
So you're really not. Oh, you
Yeah.
reversed it on me. I like that.
When we wanted to have comic books for every song, but they're so expensive to make them, so that never happened. But we do have the stories for everything.
That's cool.
That's all
good.
going.
Oh
But,
man, if you can get them for your dog, that would be hilarious.
The goggles.
yeah, but
That's so
after January, I'm not going to do shows for a little bit because we're working on launching a record label. So we're gonna finish our records. My kid's in a band called Broken Sound Machine. He's gonna do his record, and I'm gonna finish a Hypnotex record and a Mighty Royal Sloan one, and then we're gonna launch our record label, Hypno Pops Records, and get a bunch of local bands on that. So
Broken
That's
sound
awesome.
machine.
That's
That's awesome. It's like
Cool.
this jukebox doesn't work. Is that the other name?
yeah,
Broken
that's
Sound
Broken
Machine.
Sound Machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Broken
a
Sound
weird thing.
Machine.
It's a cool concept, but he has a DJ and like a real DJ doing the mixy stuff while he's playing punk guitar and singing. So it's like a mix between Dance Revolution and punk music put together. It's cool. It's different.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There you go. There you
I
go.
dig it.
And Gentry, are you still reporting into Church Street as the finest Sure. What's going on with you?
It's just a pat on the back self title. I mean, I didn't do anything special. I just lived on the street. I just just trying to.
I want to be F Street's
black.
finest, but then Sean McLean lived on F Street, so then there you go.
Couldn't happen.
I know,
Cool.
didn't happen.
There you go. We'll have a pageant. We'll vote. You know,
Pageant.
Pageant.
walk around and we'll peacock. You know, say, you know,
Yeah.
That's funny.
who had the wildest story? You know.
Well, I hope we can do this again in the evening. It hasn't been as much up and down as I thought it was going to end up being, but we'll do it again, Shane, and hope you guys can all pop in. Maybe we'll get Brent Durkin on board. You never know.
Yeah, I'll get his butt on here sooner or later.
One more big praise. I know you're being humble and you know, say what you're going to say, but great job on the state championship. Everybody, we have a Taftian who's achieved greatness all the way to the state championship.
The big show. The big show.
I appreciate it.
He lived up to his name.
Yeah,
See?
it's kind of weird. I don't think it's really sunk in yet, to be honest with you. Maybe when we get the ring, you know, that's all flashy.
Oh, that ceremony's coming?
It not till like April. It takes a while to get the rings, but yeah, we so that'll be kind of good. It's going to be exciting.
Good on you, man.
You're up 30%. You got to tell your team that. You're up 30%. See? Now you're not chasing, you're being chased. See?
That's right.
It's all
Target-
different.
You're the hunted. You're the hunted.
The target's on the back.
That's right. Back to work.
Back
Let's
to
get
work.
that chocolate eclair again next year. Come on.
Yes. We need another eclair.
Hit the ice bath, boys, right?
That's right.
Keep that juggernaut going, baby. Woo!
Yes.
Heck yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign this guy out. I have the song made.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Mr. Chris BaNDY,
Yes. Thank you guys.
head coach, Frontier High School. You won the championship, folks. Shane Janetree as a host, musical genius, Mighty Sloan. Until next time, folks, we're going to go to episode 108 here soon. Don't miss it. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. Don't be a loser.